You've been stranded thousands of miles from your place of abode with no cash or belonging. Such a pickle would make numerous individuals lose hope and revile their horrendous destiny. But for Zeno of Cyprus, it got to be the establishment of his life's work and bequest. The once well-off chipper misplaced everything when he was wrecked in Athens around 300 BC. With not much else to do, he meandered into a bookshop, got to be interested by perusing almost Socrates, and continued to look for out and ponder with the city's famous logicians. As Zeno started teaching his possess understudies, he started the logic known as Stoicism, whose lessons of ideals, resilience, and self-control have propelled eras of scholars and pioneers. The title Stoicism comes from the Stoa Poikal, the bright and open colonnade where Zeno and his followers accumulated for talk. Today, we colloquially utilize the word stolid to cruel somebody who remains calm beneath weight and maintains a strategic distance from passionate extremes. But whereas this captures imperative angles of Stoicism, the unique logic was more than fair and state of mind. The Stoics accepted that everything around us works, agreeing to a web of cause and impact, coming about in a sound structure of the universe, which they called logos. And, whereas we may not continuously have control over the occasions influencing us, we can have control over how we approach things, or maybe then envisioning an perfect society. The stolid tries to bargain with the world as it is, whereas seeking after self-improvement through for cardinal excellencies, down-to-earth intelligence, the capacity to explore complex circumstances in a coherent, educated, and calm way, balance the work out of self-restraint and control in all viewpoints of life. Justice, treating others with decency indeed when they have done off base, and strength, not fair in uncommon circumstances, but confronting everyday challenges with clarity and astuteness. As Seneca, one of the most popular Roman Stoics, composed, but whereas Stoicism centers on individual enhancement, it's not a self-centered logic. At a time when Roman laws considered slaves as property, Seneca called for their compassionate treatment and focused that we all share the same crucial humankind. Nor does Stoicism empower lack of involvement. The thought is that as it were individuals who have developed ideals and self-control in themselves bring positive alter in others. One of the most celebrated impassive journalists was to one of Rome's most prominent sovereigns. Over the course of his 19-year rule, Stoicism gave Marcus Aurelius the resolve to lead the realm through two major wars, while managing with the misfortune of numerous of his children. Centuries afterward, Marcus's diaries would direct and consolation Nelson Mandela through his 27-year detainment amid his battle for racial balance in South Africa. After his discharge and inevitable triumph, Mandela focused peace and compromise, accepting that whereas the treacheries of the past couldn't be changed, his individuals may go up against them in the show and look for to construct a superior, more fair future. Stoicism was a dynamic school of reasoning for a few centuries in Greece and Rome. As a formal institution, it blurred absent, but its impact has proceeded to this day. Christian scholars such as Thomas Aquinas have respected and received its center on the excellencies, and there are parallels between impassive ataraxia, or tranquility of intellect, and the Buddhist concept of nirvana. One especially powerful stolid was the rationalist Epictetus, who composed that enduring stems not from the occasions in our lives, but from our judgments approximately them. This has reverberated emphatically with advanced brain research and the self-help development. For illustration, Sound emotive behavioral treatment centers on changing the self-defeating states of mind individuals frame almost their life circumstances. There's to Viktor Frankl's logotherapy, educated by Frankl's claimed time as a concentration camp detainee. Logotherapy is based on the stolid guideline that we can saddle our resolve to fill our lives with meaning. Indeed, in the bleakest circumstances,